US officials have admitted a visit from President Donald Trump to Australia could ease the growing tensions between the two countries as Canberra's defence spending is put under the microscope by the US departments. Monique Vanderheyden reports.
Some US officials have demanded Australia increase its defence spending after criticising Canberra's contribution to Pillar 1 of the AUKUS submarine deal. Some US officials have demanded Australia increases its defence spending, criticising Canberra's contribution to Pillar 1 of the AUKUS submarine deal. Under Pillar 1, the US has agreed to provide at least 3 nuclear-powered Virginia-class submarines to Australia. In return, the sentiment in the US Defence Department is Australia needs to step it up. A number of US officials are visiting Adelaide for the Australian-American Leadership Dialogue. Connecticut Congressman Joe Courtney says comparing defence budgets would be like comparing apples with oranges.
We've spent a lot of time sort of trying to understand better. Here is just sort of how the Australian defence budget is actually constructed. It's pretty apparent, that there actually are components of just the way the government, I guess, lays out its spending plans that there's items that are not included in the defence budget that in the US would be.
NATO leaders agreed to an increase in defence spending to 5% of their GDP after pressure from the Trump administration.
NATO is stronger today as a result of the pressure that Donald Trump put NATO under.
Congressman Courtney says it would not yet be fair to ask the same of Australia.
We really need to get an apples-to-apples sort of metric about what is defence spending before you're going to really sort of, challenge, other countries' effort.
Senator Chris Coons believes an increase in investment is needed by all to deter the growing threat in China. But that investment doesn't always need a dollar figure.
And I do think all of us need to increase our investment in defence, given the threat environment we face. Australia is making the investment in other critical capabilities, development and diplomacy, in areas where the United States just cut back sharply.
The future of the AUKUS submarine project sits in limbo as the US continues its review into the trilateral agreement. Senator Coons admitting the review has added to the growing tensions between the two countries and that a visit from the President to Australia could ease the strain.
I would see real value in President Trump making a priority of sitting down with Prime Minister Albanese.
There's no deadline for the AUKUS review, but Congressman Courtney is saying that the extended timeline is to the benefit of the program's future, that a thorough investigation will only show that there is significant value for the United States.